Okay, so we're talking about the inner thigh streaming during side splits on the reformer, which I feel you. I absolutely feel you. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to actually show you side splits as we're on the same page, but I actually want to talk about why they might be screaming. So, A, if you're doing too many reps, they're going to be screaming. Pilates is quality over quantity, right? So if you are in a class and you're doing 10 or more side splits, I highly recommend you just do 3 to 5. But you really shouldn't be doing more than that. That is plenty to do. If you're learning it, okay, a couple of reps, maybe you do 3 to 5 and then you step off. Try again if you're trying to build the foundations, right? The other reason they could be screaming is the spring is too light. I know on a lot, mine is a heavy spring. I know a lot of places will do it on a lighter spring. It's not super ideal for your practice. You do want to have a nice supportive spring. Depending on your weight, you might even have to have more springs, right? Or depending on where your practice is, if you are ready for this exercise or not. So before I get into it even more, thank you so much for being here. I'm Lesley Logan, the co-founder of onlinepilatesclasses.com. If you have yet liked and subscribed, please do. That way you never miss a video of us. You can hit the notifications button. Every single Sunday, I do go live, answer the questions we get in the comments. If you're an onlinepilatesclasses.com member, I answer your questions every day in the group. I also will look at your form. So if you wanted me to see how you're doing the side splits, I could actually make sure your feet are set up correctly, that your spring is set up correctly, all those things to make sure the exercise is right for your body. So first of all, let's talk about side splits. You stand onto the carriage and you place one foot on the frame and then you heel toe out. Now, ideally, I get all the way to the shoulder rest. But I'm 5'9" with really long legs. That might not be possible for you. So what you do is you heel toe out as far as you can. Hold the carriage closed and both legs even. If, like some days my hips are tight and this is as far as I go. I'd love for you to have a moon box or something to keep your foot from sliding, but ideally if you have sticky socks on, like I wear tabbies and toe socks, and I do have, you can use Lesley, L-E-Y, to save on these sticky socks here. So I've got my sticky socks on. Want to keep the spring closed. I'm only going to go as far as I can reach evenly through my outer thighs and inner thighs, right? And then I'll go out and I'll come all the way in. I'll go out and all the way in. If you're doing small movements and lots of reps, your inner thighs are going to scream. But ideally, you're feeling the hamstrings and the glutes too. It's not just the inner thighs working here, and it's also not just one leg. If you're like Lesley, I'm doing all the things you just said, it's still like burning too much. So then I would highly recommend you do 2 heavy springs, okay? Now, if you're doing 2 heavy springs, I absolutely want something where your foot won't slide, but it allows you to have a little bit more support on the way in, and then you can build the strength up and reduce yourself down to 1 spring, okay? So that's absolutely okay if you need to do that in your practice and then work your way up. But nothing lighter than a heavy spring, because then you're just actually trying to focus only on the inner thighs. And we don't spot train in Pilates, we do the whole body all the time. So your stomach is working, your outer hips working, inner thighs, the whole body is working every exercise. Just because it's called side splits doesn't mean it's just the inner thighs. If you need more exercises to build up your inner thigh strength, I highly recommend checking out the Cadillac standing single leg springs, and also the one to chair press down side, going up side. And then you have on the reformer, coordination is really amazing to work with that. And then on the mat, you can add the magic circle into your roll-ups or into your rolling like a ball. We have all those tutorials here on the channel. So if you have questions about this, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Also, make sure you check out the video we dropped today. It answers a lot of the questions that you've been giving us, and also really goes into the why behind how a lot of things work in Pilates. We also drop workouts all the time. So there's a reformer class, and there's mat classes, plus we've got classes on the other piece of equipment. So enjoy. Also, if you want to try out what it's like to be an onlinepilatesclasses.com member, where you get accountability, community, and feedback personalized to your form, go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube to try us out. Have an amazing day. Thank you. We'll be back live next Sunday at the same time.